Welcome to the real life of me. This is how and what goes through my head when I'm setting up homemaker type videos. So first of all, you need to set the scene. So I've already been up and out of bed and then figured I should probably go back and film it. So this literally was me sitting on the bed staring into space for about 10 minutes once I woke up. I've scrolled on my phone for the past half an hour as well. So I'm semi-compos mentis. And then re-pick up my dressing gown that's on the floor and start figuring out if I'm going to get dressed for the day now or do it later. And then I figured that this is just too much effort to try and deal with the clothes, and also I'll clean it up later when I'm able to be dressed and looking better so I can film it and it will be better content. So these are the things that go through my head. I wandered into the kitchen today and figured, was I ready for breakfast or what's going on? Checking the bread for mold. There was no mold, but I'm kind of standing there still half asleep trying to figure out what's going on. I did one of these videos a couple of weeks ago and everyone laughed, and that is literally why I do what I do, because I just am here to give people some entertainment and to make you feel like some days, I don't feel like I need to put on a show. I really don't care what I look like, but I'm just bringing you into the real life because it entertains people. So we come to the kitchen and I decided to load the dishwasher and get it all set up so that I can start getting a start on today, because I've got a lot on. I literally loaded the whole thing and then realized it's not very good to be looking in my nightie, so I unpacked it. So I've then got mess back on the counter, so it's going to look good when I clean up. And these are the things that run through our head constantly, and other content creators and influencers and whatever you want to call them. So we go back to the bedroom to get dressed. I don't make the bed because my theory is it's airing out. I read that once online that you need to give the bed time to air, so that's my theory and I'm sticking to it. And then we are going to set up the camera so we've got some good angles. I'm recording on TikTok as well, so I need to set that all up. And ready, lights, camera, action, let's go. I'd also like to apologise for any background noise that you hear with cars revving up and down the street. They're clearly doing some road works at the end of the street, which means our side street is a detour for all the cars and there's massive trucks going up and down. What for, I don't know. But yeah, it is what it is. And where I am in the office, it echoes a lot. And again, this is real life. And I don't have the time or the energy to re-edit, so I'm keeping it real. So I share content on TikTok as well as here on YouTube. With TikTok, I'm very selective because the audience over there can be very mean, just to say the least. So thank you to the YouTube people who are here and who are kind, because you are why I do the videos. On TikTok, it is very curated and it is very selective because they pick up on the most minute things. It is so frustrating, especially when you spend so much time editing, because I do not have an aesthetically pleasing kitchen, and also I don't have the mental energy and capacity to do a massive clean through and have this beautiful before and after. I get worn out and I get tired, and that's just what happens. So on TikTok, the videos that do well are the people that are basically cleaning up a whole hoarder's house or other bits and pieces. Sometimes I share things where I say I'm not the world's most cleanest person and I struggle, and those videos do well because people say you're real and we can relate to you, which is exactly why I post what I do. But as far as anything else goes, posting for clout or views, I just don't really do it. I just share what I share. But also, sometimes when I do share some food related stuff on TikTok, I do try and have my area as clean as possible. I know, because it's healthy, And I'm not that silly to know that you should have a clean kitchen to food prep and all the rest of it. It is clean enough for what we do. But yeah, it is probably not pristine or aesthetically clean enough for TikTok clout. So I just don't bother. Scraping down this quiche and thinking right about now, gosh, I wish that I'd done this last night and let it soak overnight. I've actually got the bin off to the side. That's why I kept bending over. I do have the bin in the cupboard under the kitchen sink, but because I was doing some other little bits of cleaning up, I got so frustrated opening and closing that door all the time. So I've just left it on the floor and we can walk around it. It doesn't smell or anything, and it's got a bin liner in it, but it's just what makes life easier. So sometimes you'll see a bin in the background of some of my videos because it's not always about being aesthetically pleasing. It is about function. And yes, I'm a messy person. It is what it is. It's called ADHD. We do the best that we can. And I always say thank you for your support and your kind words, and I hope I encourage and motivate other people. But you know what? You don't live here. You don't get a say if you have a negative thing to tell me that I need to get my SHIT in order, because it's not helpful or kind. Fair enough if you were to say, you're really struggling, is there a way that I could help you? No worries. But to go, oh my God, you're hopeless and you need to get it together. Yeah, no, that doesn't help anyone, especially those people that are already struggling. I don't take it on personally. I just go, you don't know me, whatever. But yeah, it is what it is. So we are now just staring at nothing because I'm literally not functioning without coffee in my system. So let's get that happening. I had someone come into the room, so I had just blocked them out for 5 minutes. I respect the privacy of my family. They don't wish to be on social media, which is totally fine. I guess also because Adelaide is a very small place. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody certainly knows me and my mum. They see me at the shops and they'll be like, how's mum? I'll be like, good, I don't know who you are. But anyway, I think that's what you get also for growing up in the area that I was, and the community was very well connected with each other, and then you all branch out into like sports and other bits and pieces, and everyone starts knowing everybody else. So yes, everyone kind of knows me, even if I don't know everyone. So it's good. But I do see some people outside sometimes too that go, oh, I watch you on YouTube, which is also why I'm not out and about often with my children. One, because it's faster for me to move around without them, and two, they just don't really like leaving the house a lot, or they go and do their own thing and they don't need mum with them all the time. My children are young adults now. They're legal, over 18, but I still say they're my children because they will forever be your babies, won't they? Oh, bit of a mess to clean up there. Story of my life. I do clean up coffee that I've spilled, especially if it's wet, and I know it will take just 2 seconds to clean up. So hopefully my mother is impressed that I clean that up straight away, and then I give it a bit of a wipe over with the tea towel so it's dry, so when I come back a little bit later to do some breakfast stuff, then it is a clean area and I don't need to waste time cleaning it. Some things I know that if you get to it straight away, it's a lot quicker and then it's less time wasted down the track, but logic and method and energy just do not all go together in the same sentence some days, let me tell you. It's about an hour later and I've come to the kitchen after watching YouTube and just chilling out, figuring that I should probably get some breakfast ready. Notice that someone's left the bread out, so we'll just put that away. I can't complain. In this house, it's a bit like monkey see, monkey do. I don't always put things away, so other people figure, why should they? you know, story of my life, whatever. And then decide that I should probably clean up a little bit more before getting the breakfast done. I start dancing around and giving myself a bit of a hype up, and then realize, hey, this would make a great TikTok. So I probably wasted the next 20 minutes trying to set all of that up. And then this wasn't even the final thing, because if you see me on TikTok, you'll see that I had headphones on, and so I probably wasted about half an hour working out what to do, because when you're trying to do videos with lip syncing and other things like that, it can take a bit to set it all up. So this is what happens as a content creator behind the scenes, and also why it takes me so long to do things during the day, because I'm recording stuff for entertainment and to waste time. Sundays are my day to just sort of sit and chill and not really do much, so I'm not really too worried. But I have to laugh because it's just probably not normal, but you know what, I'm not normal either. So we are making French toast for breakfast today, and I showed this in another vlog, and we are using pieces of toast that I've already checked for mold because we need to get some fresh loaves today, so it's fresh bread for the week. And I figured, let's do something different. It's not pancakes. We like French toast. We don't have any of the bread rolls left over, so let's actually use toast because it is French toast. I cut out most of this footage because I have shared it on a vlog as well. I don't do well with waiting. I was actually really impressed that I used the sandwich press that was here. I think it worked out so well, so I'm super happy. I will definitely give it a try next time. But yeah, the waiting. Why does everything take so long? I'm so impatient. And then I figured that I probably should make sure that I'm recording TikTok at the same time, so I'll just move the camera angle to get an image of actually what I'm doing rather than me, so I can repurpose it for the vlog. And also I've got the phone recording there for TikTok as well. I had literally cleaned everything up and then got the brilliant idea to make French toast out of the crusts, because I figured 1, it uses it up, 2, it gives me some footage, and 3, it's a frugal thing, and then I can add that to frugal things we've done this week for the vlog. So there's always a method in my madness, as well as saving money, but I figured it's a double thing that I can record it and I can use it and share, because I honestly had never thought to actually use the crusts to make French toast before. So I was so impressed with myself, whether I've seen it online and subconsciously it was in the back of my head. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool to be able to show that I've used literally every single piece of bread? So it meant that I had to remake the whole egg wash mixture again and then go through the whole process after I'd literally cleaned up part of the bench, because I was planning on doing some baking and moving on to other stuff today. But it took me forever just to get through the French toast and the cleaning and the setup. So sometimes being a content creator, it takes a lot of time just to get sort of a 10-second shot. I'm pretty sure that today, Sunday, was not very productive for me, and I probably sat at the computer for most of the afternoon and chilled out, because some days you're just not feeling it. But today I had to film the Aldi food haul so the video could get edited and ready to get up. I'm really trying to be productive, and then also was filming part of grocery haul so I can put that together with what we've spent in March and April. And yeah, I have a million video ideas in my head and never enough time to do everything, and there is no point hiring an editor or content support person, whatever, because I like to be in control at this point in time of everything that I do. And other people that have contacted me and said, here's an example of my work, I don't like what they've done. I'm not all about flash and color and clickbait and just going, woohoo, look at me, look at me, look at me. So I'd rather do it all myself. And if it means that my video quality and quantity and all that is not there, so be it, because again, I'm real life, and so that's what I'm going to share with you. And that's what I think people appreciate me, that I'm real and that it is what it is. So if you look at me and say I'm a bit hopeless and I don't have it all together, well, so be it. But I know that I do a lot more good than what I do not having it together. So I'm glad that I'm able to be a source of entertainment for you guys, and then also hopefully be an inspiration and help other people, even if it's to the point of I am so glad that I have it more together than you. Great, well done, A+ to you. I don't care. I'm not in a competition with anybody. I'm doing my own thing. I am trying my best, and I think that that is all you can ask of someone. I'm putting my son's dinner together, and I recorded this whole thing because this is what happens behind the scenes. Some things take ages, and also some of the presentation you need to be really careful. Now, my son is not OCD to the point that no food can be touching, but it's just easier if food is separated, because he likes to put a little squirt of tomato sauce on each of his chicken nuggets. And so if it's just easier that he doesn't have to push food out of the way himself, then that's what I do. So sometimes dinner can take a little bit to set up, because I want to at least have some semi presentation, because we do eat with our eyes, so we do need food to look good. I don't obsess over it because I don't present stuff very well, but I present it enough that we go, yep, that's food and I can eat it. I can tell you right now that it is like 11 p.m. at night on a Sunday, and I decided to start clearing out the baking cupboard. Why, I don't know, because the lighting is absolutely terrible. I probably should have put my light in here, and it is right at about this point that I'm realizing, why did I do this? Because there's just too much stuff in here. But now I'm excited that I found some brownies. And I think this is where I got the idea also later in the week to do a TikTok live. So if anyone's on TikTok, they would know certain people. So there's a lady on there called Mama Tot, and she sits down and she eats lunch with you, or she has a snack and she chats to you, and people will write in the comments, can you sit with me? I've had a bad day. So she'll go, yes, let's sit down. How you doing? Have you had your vitamins? Have you had your water today? And I thought, I need to clean the kitchen, so why not do it on a live? Because I have seen one guy on TikTok literally sleep, and people live streamed him. I found some Easter eggs from a year ago. I opened them, and guess what? They were perfectly fine. We ate them during the week. I bought these. They were $1 a packet. I remember ever so clearly. I got them from Coles. It was like the week after Easter, and I bought them because I was like, oh, this would be perfect to smash up and use in cooking. And they got thrown into the cupboard, and there they stayed. So you may or may not see this footage in an upcoming baking clean out video, because that's also why I was filming it, because I had plans to create a separate video. The idea is that I am going to be cleaning out this entire baking cupboard and then putting all of my flour and bits and pieces in here, because I want to get the whole baking cupboard organized, because I make a lot of stuff from scratch. A lot of the packet stuff that is in here is because I would have got it super cheap. Oh, I got those flans for free from my mum, so I need to figure out what to do with them. But this has just been easier to contain all of the cupcake liners, sprinkles, colouring, or Oreos that I need to hide, and any packets and stuff like that. Because the idea was, when we got the kitchen done back in 21, I was going to have a separate like little mini baking business just to do some cupcakes and some little cheesecakes and stuff like that. And they had said to me, if you have a separate area to store all of your food, that would work out well. And we needed more storage in the kitchen. So I said, yep, perfect. Let's put a big pantry there. And we did that and it worked out so well. But now I'm not planning on doing that, clearly, but I do need more space in the main pantry for stockpiling, which is also another video that you'll see coming up. So yes, I share because I care, and also I share because sometimes these random thoughts just run around through my head constantly, and I go, oh, I can't do this before this and before this and before this, and I just share to let you guys know that you aren't the only one that just keep running around that hamster wheel with thoughts and ideas of what to do. I decide that it's too late at night to do anything more with the pantry, and I just cannot logically think about what to do, so I shove everything back in there, which you will not see in the pantry clean out video. You will just see me going through it bit by bit. And then I decide to make a cake because one, it uses it up, and two, then my hubby has chocolate cake to take to work for the week. So I cut most of that footage out because I've already shown it in vlogs, and also, yeah, this is real life me behind the scenes. I've realised, however, that there's raw eggs in this, and I know that people say don't eat cookie dough and stuff because it's got raw eggs in it. I don't know. I wasn't sick, so yeah, I don't know. I know there's like salmonella or whatever, but my eggs were fresh, so yeah, I don't know. I don't always think about things. Oh, do as I say, not as I do. What can I say? The chicken stock that you saw me prepping earlier, it's been cooking on the stove for about 2 hours, so I get all this together, and it's hilarious and good to still remind you, which I think I did say in the blog, it is like 11:30 at night on a Sunday night where I really should be getting into bed. I don't go to bed till like about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up again by sort of 9 a.m. I don't sleep a lot. I don't sleep very well. Thank you, ADHD, but it is what it is. So we're draining off the chicken stock, put it into the bowl. We realized the bowl is like way too warm to go and stick it in the fridge, and there's pretty much no room in there anyway. So it sat on the bench for like another half an hour till it was like midnight. So I went and I brushed my teeth and I got ready for bed, washed my face, did skincare, and then came back, and then I shoved the whole thing in the freezer. And I wish that I had footage of it when I pulled it out, because it froze, and it froze with like this massive dome on top. So then when I was making a stew later on, you can see it as all frozen chunks inside the pan. It was so funny. And this is the thing that I wish about being a content creator. I'd film more stuff, because there is just some of the behind the scenes stuff that is just so hilarious. And that's also why I made this video, because it's just the amount of effort that you need to put in to make things look perfect is just not worth it, seriously. But anyway, here is the cake. It is ready, and I literally left it sitting here to cool on the rack, because again, it was 12 midnight and a bit more, and I was just too tired to deal with that. And I figured if it stayed all together like this, it can cool down and stay moist inside one another. So I just left it, and hubby can chop it up in the morning. So thank you so much for joining with me and this little chit chat about real life and how to be a content creator and entertain people, because it has been my pleasure. So I so appreciate you being here today. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.